Let me tell you a story. Meet Jane. She's a 45-year-old single mother who works long hours at a high-pressure job. She loves her job, but it can be stressful and overwhelming at times. On top of that, she has to juggle her responsibilities at work with taking care of her kids and managing her home. One day, Jane was feeling particularly stressed and anxious. She was scrolling through her YouTube feed when she came across a video on Stoicism, a philosophy that she'd never heard of before. She was intrigued, so she clicked on the video. As she watched the video, Jane realized that Stoicism was all about focusing on what you can control and accepting what you can't. This simple philosophy resonated with her, and she decided to watch more videos about Stoicism to learn more. At first, Jane struggled to apply Stoic principles to her life. She'd get overwhelmed by her stress and anxiety and forget that she couldn't control external events causing her distress. But as she continued to watch the videos, she began to understand that Stoicism was a process and that it takes time to master. She remembered the words of Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher who said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote helped her to remember that she couldn't control what was happening around her, but she could control how she reacted to it. Jane also remembered the Stoic virtue of courage, which helped her to face her fears and take action when she felt anxious. She reminded herself of the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This quote encouraged Jane to visualize the person she wanted to be, one who was not controlled by fear and anxiety. With this vision in mind, she had the courage to take action towards becoming that person, even when it was difficult or uncomfortable. By having the courage to take action, Jane was able to move towards her goals of living a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Finally, Jane began to see the benefits of Stoicism in her life. She felt more peaceful and less anxious, even in the face of stressful events. She was able to focus on what she could control, like her thoughts, emotions, actions, and reactions, and let go of the things that were outside of her control. She remembered the words of Marcus Aurelius, the famous Stoic emperor, who said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your own estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." In the end, Stoicism helped Jane to find more peace and happiness in her life. She still faced challenges and difficulties, but she was able to face them with courage and a clear mind, knowing that she was able to control her own reactions and emotions. Hey there, welcome to Our Freedom Formula. I'm Henry, and today we're going to talk about how to overcome stress and anxiety with Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium in Athens in the early 3rd century BC. It was then developed by other Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us that happiness and peace of mind come from within, and that external events are beyond our control. It's about learning to focus on what we can control, like our thoughts, emotions, actions, and reactions, and accepting what we can't control. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of cultivating virtue. There are 4 main virtues in total. I made up an acronym to remember them by, and that is CAT-JAW. This acronym stands for the virtues courage and temperance, justice and wisdom. Courage is the first virtue, and it's the ability to face challenges and difficulties with bravery and determination. It's about taking action in the face of fear and not allowing fear to hold us back. The second virtue is temperance, which is the ability to exercise self-control and moderation in our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about finding a balance and avoiding extremes, The third virtue is justice, which is about treating others with fairness and respect. It's about doing what's right, even when it's difficult. Finally, the fourth virtue is wisdom, which is about understanding the world around us and making good decisions based on that understanding. It's about using reason and logic to make informed choices. Stoicism is about developing a mindset that allows us to view events in a more objective way rather than being overwhelmed by our emotions. It's about understanding that external events are outside of our control and that we should not be attached to them, but rather focus on what we can control. In other words, Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control external events, but we can control our responses to those events. Like Jane from the story, by focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, we can reduce the impact of stress and anxiety on our lives and bring more peace and happiness into our lives. That's not denying that external events happen to us, because stress and anxiety can often come from external events that we can't control. Events such as work, family, or health issues. However, by adopting a Stoic mindset, we can learn to focus on what we can control and accept what we can't. This can help us reduce the impact of stress and anxiety on our lives. One of the core concepts of Stoicism is the idea of amor fati, which means love of fate. This concept teaches us to embrace whatever happens to us, even if it's negative, and to view it as an opportunity for growth and learning. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Another powerful Stoic concept is the dichotomy of control, which divides things into two categories: things that we can control and things we can't. This helps us to focus on things that we can control, such as our thoughts, reactions, actions, and inactions, and let go of things that we can't control, such as other people's actions, opinions, reactions, or external events. Stoicism also encourages us to practice mindfulness and self-reflection. By being aware of our thoughts and emotions, we can recognize when we are feeling anxious and stressed and take steps to manage those feelings. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." This quote emphasizes the idea of staying present and not letting worries about the future disturb our peace of mind. It encourages us to rely on our abilities to reason, especially in the face of challenges that may come up against us in the future. This reminds us to stay grounded in the present moment and approach each situation with a calm and rational mindset. One of the best ways to practice Stoicism is through daily journaling. By reflecting on our thoughts and actions each day, we can become more aware of our habits and patterns and make positive changes to our lives. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Stoicism can be a powerful tool for managing stress and anxiety. By embracing the concept of amor fati, the dichotomy of control and mindfulness, we can learn to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. By practicing daily reflections and journaling, we can become more self-aware and make positive changes to our lives. If you got some value out of this video, how about you smash the like button, as well as subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Hey, while you're at it, why not share and also leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this video. Just so you know, on the top left hand side of the screen, you'll see a video that I believe you might like. Below that is a video YouTube thinks you might like. And if you look on the right side of the screen, you'll see an image of my head. Now, if you click on that, or poke me in the forehead with your finger, you'll be able to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.